Hi, this video is to help show you how to organize files that are coming in from students in your Google Drive and how to use a Google form and subsequent spreadsheet to have students turn in their work. First thing I did is, using a student account, I created a folder and created an assignment in that folder, and I shared it with my teacher account. So I'm in as a teacher right now, and I'm going to look under Shared with Me, and I see here's the folder that Kim Batchelder, my student, shared with me, and I'm going to take this and add it to my drive. And so now I see it in my drive, and I'm going to, from that location, add it to the correct hour in my drive. This is something you'd have to do the first time that you create these folders with students. So I'm just going to say move to, and in World Geography I already have my hours folder set up, and I'll make that move. So now when I look in World Geography and I look in first hour, all the work that Kim Batchelder, my student, sends to me will automatically be dumped into that folder. As you're looking over time, you might think, wow, that's 20 some students in each class. I'd have to open each folder and then open each assignment in that folder, and that can be a lot of work to, a lot of clicks to access work each night. So an additional thing we can do to collect work is to create a form for students to turn in their work. I'm going to show you how to do this. So first thing I'm going to do is go back to my drive, and I'm going to select the location where I'd like this form to dump into. I'd like this form to dump into World Geography, so I want to go ahead and open that folder and then hit create. If you don't open the folder you want the form to go into first, it's going to go into the front page of your drive, and you can just drag it there later. All right, so I'm going to create a form. And a form is like a survey, but you can use it in lots of different ways to collect data from students, including having them turn in their work. So I am going to have students turn in their Chapter 1 essay. And initially you get this title and theme page where you can pick a pretty layout for your form. The layouts only display if you are embedding the form into a website, or if you are embedding the form, or hyperlinking, excuse me, the form to students. If you're going to just embed it into an email, it just shows up as the initial questions that you're asking. So I'm going to pick Argyle here and click OK. And the theme doesn't show up, so that can be kind of confusing when you first set a theme. Right now you're just building the questions. Under form description, I might write, turn in your Chapter 1 essay below, or any other helping description you want. One thing about forms is if you scroll up, there's some options that don't initially display when you come to the page. We want to require a GPS login to view this form, and also we want to automatically collect their logins. So when a student turns in the work, it's going to time and date stamp it, but it's also going to say which account it came from. That can help you out in case a student puts in an incorrect name or tries to use somebody else's account to do something. All right, so down here in the form, we're going to create a first question, and our first question is going to be to collect their names. And I'm going to change this to first name. And the question type we're going to be using here is a text question. And we would like to require this question, and then hit done. So on the student's form, the first thing they'll have to fill out is first name. Now we're going to add another item. We're going to add a text item, and we're going to say last name. And we're going to require this question, and then hit done. If ever you decide you needed to change a question, all you need to do to change the question is to go over here and click on the pencil for edit. If you have a question that's similar to the next one you'd like to create, you can click duplicate and change the couple of things you need instead of redoing the whole question. Or if you decide you don't want that question, you can hit delete. We're also going to add an drop-down list. So if you have several hours of students, I'll say class, and I'm going to list them as first hour, second hour. Oh my goodness. Try that again. First hour. Second hour, and a third hour. You notice I'm putting letters in front of the hours. That is because if you would like to sort by hour, once this dumps into a spreadsheet, you will want to have a letter in front of the hour name. Google Spreadsheets only sort by letter, not by number. So this is just to help you out later. If you have a group of students that are rotating, say in the upper elementary, you might want to put teacher names in these fields instead. I'm going to make this a required question and then hit done. So this is what students will see as a drop-down box. Whoops, guess it's not going to display it until we go to the form. The last item we're going to add is paragraph text, and here we're going to write, please copy and paste the hyperlink to your assignment below. And in the help text, I'm going to say a couple of things. Please first make sure you have shared the assignment with me, and then copy the hyperlink found at the top of the share menu. Okay, and we definitely want to make this a required question, and we'll hit done. So students will paste in their hyperlink to their assignment. I'll walk through those steps in a moment too. All right, so this is where you build the form and edit the form. You want to also choose a response destination. That means where are all these answers that students are filling in going to go to? And this is where the spreadsheet comes into play. So you only have to do this when you initially set up the form. I'm going to choose a response destination, and I want it to be a new spreadsheet, and they're automatically going to name it Chapter 1 Essay Responses. If you don't want that as the spreadsheet name, you can write Chapter 1 Essay Turned In, and then hit create. And right now you can see it's setting up the spreadsheet. It's not going to open up the spreadsheet right away for you, but it is creating it. Okay. Next to that, I want to show you a couple other buttons. One is accepting responses. That means that students can access this by whatever method that you provided for them to access, whether it be embedded into an email, embedded into a website, or provide the hyperlink to this form. If they click on it and you're accepting responses, they can fill it in. If you select this and say not accepting responses, even if the students have the hyperlink or the form accessible to them, they will not be able to submit a response. So let's say you have a due date and you want to cut off students submitting via the form. This is a great way to do that. I'm going to leave it accepting responses, and then I'm going to take you to the form right now and demonstrate what you do as a student to turn in work here. Okay, so here I'm at the live form. I'm going to practice like I'm a student turning in my work. I'm going to use my name. I'm going to fill in these items. I'm in first hour, and I need to copy and paste this hyperlink to the assignment below. Now I'm going to pretend like I'm a student right now going into my accounts. Okay, so let's say I'm the student. I'm going to go into my assignment here. And I'm going to click share. Up here at the top, you'll see the hyperlink. You'll also notice I've shared it with my teacher right here. Okay, it's only going to work if I share it with the teacher too. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go back to my form that I was filling in for my teacher. I'm going to paste it right here. And then I'm going to submit. You can make custom responses right here at the end if you'd like to. And you can take this submit another response out if you'd like to. I'm going to close this. Now I'm going to go back to what I'd see as a teacher. And you'll notice at the top, now under responses, it says I've received one response. If I click on View Responses, it's going to take me to a spreadsheet showing me all those responses. So far, I've had one student turn in their work. That student happens to have the same name as the teacher. Here you'll see the time, the username, the name that they entered for themselves, the class that they're in, and the document. So if I, as the teacher, click on this hyperlink, I can go right to that document and read the student work. Now imagine if you have 25 students in a class, how much easier it is to go through here and just go click, 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 and open up each student's assignment rather than going into each one of their folders and opening it up. I would still highly recommend doing the first steps where you set up folders. The student sets up a folder, shares it with you, and still have them share each of their assignments with you in case you ever just need to go back and access any of those documents. So you have two routes to get to the same destination, which is being able to review and provide feedback on student work. All right, one last thing I want to show you, and that is how to share this form with students. So as you as the teacher now want to send this form to individuals, you can do that by clicking Send Form up over here. And you could send it, if you had set up a group, you could send it to your whole class via email. If you send it to the class via email, it's not going to have those pretty themes on the side. It's just going to give the questions. Another way you can do it is by clicking this link up here and copying it, and then embedding that into, or excuse me, pasting that into your website if you have like a Moodle site, or if you're using Weebly or something along those lines, and the students will just click on it and it will take them right to the form. Or you can click embed, and you can embed it directly into your website too. So if you choose to embed, it's going to give you that longer mumbo jumbo code. You're going to take that and copy it and use your editing tool on your personal website or in Moodle to embed that code in. All right, so that was a lot of steps, but I hope it kind of summarized what we're looking to do here with collecting student data. If you need any assistance, please give me a call or send me an email. Thank you.